Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're starting off with the black pieces against a 1978 from the United States. What have we got installed for us today? We'll go E4, G6, play for a modern or a rat, depending on what they do. E5 would be nice to see, but they go for the boring line of the rat, you could say. And here we just play D5. After push, knight E4 is the way to play it. So this looks weird. This looks weird, right? You've got this awkward pawn here, and you've got no real way to defend it other than bishop f5. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like that's all I can say, really. And our main break here is just c5. Just c5. Yeah. I don't think there is a way we can save this. We probably could have at some point. But yeah, I think here we actually go knight c6 as well. Rather than taking straight away, we go knight c6. They're probably going to play like a bishop e3 if they're smart. I think works. Bishop there is interesting. I think here you take. Oh, yeah, you take this, right? Takes there, and then you can break c5 again. Surely is the answer because of queen a5 check is the big problem for white here. Simply winning the bishop if they don't do anything about it. Yeah, they take. And after takes, we're just going to go c5 again and hopefully win this e pawn here. Hopefully. Anyway. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. And we can go bishop b7 if we still want. Obviously, they've got to do something about takes first. I think is sort of important. Otherwise, we're going to get a pretty big center. You know, we still have e5 to play. We're going to be controlling the center. We have the bishop pair. I think things would be looking nice for us if we manage to get that. So, yeah, takes I think is probably the way to go. Giving us this pawn. Yeah, is that just we go down a pawn after knight takes, right? Takes, queen takes, king takes, bishop takes. Knight takes. Oh, but then we have bishop b7, right? With the attack on the knight and the g pawn. If they defend with f3, oh, they go bishop there. That's interesting. We could just go bishop e7 here. Is pretty straightforward. I think throwing in castles is also not all. Sorry, throwing in queen a5 is not awful. But bishop back's a bit annoying. So maybe takes first. Maybe takes first. If bishop takes, then check. Bishop back. Nah. Or we could just go bishop b7. Bishop b7 takes. And then we're covering this one and we get this one. So I think probably bishop b7 is just the way to play this. Again, they can't push d5 because they lose both of these pawns then. As opposed to us losing one, which is good because our bishop's now covering the e pawn, which is the whole point. So we sort of actually ended up with a double fianchetto system with potential to really, really open the center, which I think is a good thing. They do potentially have a bit of a queenside majority, but I think that's fine. You know, we're not... Are we going down material? I don't really know if we're going down material, to be honest, but it's interesting for sure. They throw in check. Maybe I should have thought of that one. Yeah, because I don't want to... No, it's fine, right? It's fine. We just go there. Yeah. We just trade off queens. Yeah. And then if takes Takes, we still grab this. And if they check, we'll probably just end up going c7, right? I think is fine. This knight's actually quite paralyzed now that I look at it. It's got to go back to its starting square if it ever wants to go anywhere. That doesn't seem like the right move. But after rook takes, they're winning this, right? That's their idea. Okay. Could we go f5? f5 takes en passant. E takes. No, but then takes check. It doesn't do anything for us. You know? We could just give up this pawn with king c7 early. But after d5, they take, but then we take, but then they take. That's insane, right? Oh, man. This is crazy. I don't think pushing's a good idea, right? We need to open up the center. Okay. We could potentially go rook hd8. But after rook takes king c7. King c7. Yeah, they still can't actually take this. But then they go rook c4. That's really annoying. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Is really, really annoying, actually. Takes king c7. Same thing. Rook takes, rook takes. They could throw in e6 as a surprise move, but then surely f5 is just good. I think we go for that. I think we go for that. So the reason they can't take with this with the knight after take what did I just say? I don't know. So after takes rook takes king c7, the reason they can't take this with the knight is because of something. I've forgotten. Was it bishop takes? I'm so confused. All these lines are so similar. It's really messing with my head. It's really, really messing with my head. They castle here is interesting. Because then we have like a bishop a6 if the rook ever comes here. We can think about taking then. Castles takes. Bishop takes is just fine, right? We think about even a king e6. But yeah, so they take. That's good. One less thing to worry about. And we do go c7, right? We do go king c7. Yeah, because we don't want to be blocking our bishop from covering that. We'll pre-move takes. We will pre-move takes. And I really want to grab this e-pawn, potentially the b-pawn as well. Oh, they go bishop there? That can't be right. We have e3. No, e3 bishop takes is annoying. No, that's fine, because then takes, king takes, bishop takes. e3 pawn takes, bishop takes. Rook there. Then bishop there. Yeah, I think we go e3 here. That's insane, right? That's insane. Am I losing my mind? They push. Oh, I should have. Oh. I want to take this bishop. I really want to take the bishop and then go there. Rook there to cover the pawn. Then like a bishop a6. Should we do it? Should we do it anyway? I think that gives us some actual counterplay, to be fair. I don't think that's a stupid idea. I really don't. It's a wild one. It's a really wild one. But, yeah. Oh, no. It's going to end poorly. Sure. We'll go for it, though. We'll go for it, though. Why not? We have a passer. It's not much of a passer, granted. But it's definitely a passer. They can't go rook there because of the bishop. I'd happily give back up the exchange. They really need to cover this pawn, because otherwise I've got potential actual checkmate ideas, which is insane. Also not quite, really. Yeah. And then we go, yeah, surely bishop a6 to prevent castling, stop the king coming up as well. Rook b8 even, potentially, to try to threaten to trade off the rooks. I think there is some legs to this. I think there is some legs to this. Yeah. So we go bishop a6, right, to cut off the king and the rook. Cut off the castling rights. Rook b8, potentially. I would have... probably should have played a5 first. Right? No. I think I was right to do bishop there. We can't... Oh, but then we have there. No, but bishop there. No, but then just takes, right? Oh, we probably should have played a5. That's a slight inaccuracy, I think. But I don't think this is awful. I don't think this is awful at all. We still get a lot of the same lines, actually. Oh, rook there. Rook there we go, rook b8, though. Takes, check, right? Oh, no, but that's covered by the knight. That's annoying. But to be fair, the bishop pair is very strong. Especially because the king's unsafe. Combined with some good moves on the rook, I think, is worth it. We probably, after rook b3, go bishop d4, threaten to take this. Then we can think about a bishop c4. And then even get a5 in anyway. I think is smart. They go king there? Can't be right. Can't be right. That's an insane move, surely. That's a really, really insane move. Just rook b4 in that case. Yeah. Rook b8. Let's go for it. That was our plan. Trade off the rooks. If I can get the bishop to d3, that permanently cuts off the king, and this rook's never getting developed. They take. Sound. I thought you needed to go king there, to be honest. We'll stop the king escaping, and potentially even just walk our king all the way up. Would be insane. Would be really, really insane. Rook there. Yeah, probably just a bishop d4, right? Probably a bishop d4. Bishop d4, knight back, bishop up. Probably. King there's interesting. Yeah. We like have to go here. Oh, knight. Yeah, knight there's annoying. Oh, but bishop takes push, maybe. Bishop takes, king takes push. Yeah, we definitely needed to play a5 there if we wanted anything. Okay, okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's take the knight and we'll go e3 and then just bury the bishop there. They can't really move anything. They are pretty tied down and we're just free to move our king. A4 is really interesting. That's a great move from them. That's a really, really good move from them. Yeah. We have to take that, right? Yeah, that's a great move. I respect that one. We'll go there. Yes. We might have to go bishop e8, which is yucky. We might be playing for time here. But still potentially drawable. Potentially drawable. Let's go f4. F5, sorry, why not? Rook can't go there. Rook goes back. We'll get the king in. Oh, you go there? That doesn't seem right. Go there. That doesn't seem particularly right. But I also can't see anything wrong with it. Push takes. And then we got two connected passes, to be fair. Which is interesting. I don't think it wins, though. It's not enough to win, unfortunately. Yeah. I think we're trading off into a drawn position. Hopefully. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah, that's just mate, innit? Yeah. Anyway, we had fun with it. We had fun with it while it lasted. There's not much that can be done there, unfortunately. Definitely was a really interesting game. Let's have a look at that sack, because that was the interesting part, I think. We definitely should have played a5. Was more provocative. I don't know if provocative is the right word or not, but definitely like interesting, I think. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. We got a great move somewhere. Anyway, why is it doing that? The decline line, it's on autoplay. The decline line of the Norwegian rat is really interesting because you do get this pawn. They played so the move actually is bishop e2, which is really sorry. I don't know how to speak. I'm sorry. Knight to e2, knight c to e2, I should say, which is really, really interesting. And they played this idea where they well, first they played c3 for some reason, a bit strange, and then they made this belay with the knight coming in, and we played what I think is the correct way to play it, where you just you counterattack in the center with the threats of the bishop, and these are all the correct moves. Bishop b7 is not. I'm guessing that just falls victim to the queen check like we saw, which got rid of a lot of our pressure in the center, unfortunately. Still about even. And then rook hd8 was the correct move. Let's have a look at the engine here, see what that says. King e6 apparently playable. Rook over. Bishop there is insane. The the rook to c8, and then the rook to b8 as well. Wow, those are some wild moves. Anyway, we got it right. And then king to e6 is the move rather than c7, which seems strange to me. And then this e3 move, apparently still playable. And pushing was weird. I thought takes was fine. With either the bishop or the pawn, to be honest, I think we're both fine. But they pushed, which, to be honest, I didn't see. And here we got this idea for the exchange stack, which apparently is only +1 for white. And then here, yeah, a5 is where we messed up. So this is drawn. Apparently the move to play is d3, rook d3. Yes, I don't know what I would do here. Maybe a bishop f4. Doesn't seem right. Let's see the follow-up, please. Bishop takes pawn. Wow, and you just claim that the bishop pair is better. That's insane. You've got to have guts to do that. But yeah, a5 is the move here, which we saw sort of immediately afterwards. It's just unfortunate we didn't get it in time. And in all of these lines, I think you're just giving up this for the activity, which is definitely something. Definitely something. Oh, we could have checked here. Why didn't I even see the check? I didn't even think about the check. That's a bit silly, really. I should have considered the check. Yeah, the check is an extremely natural way to play, because I don't think we really moved this rook at all much, other than to b8, where it instantly got traded off. And now, yes, we still do have the bishop pair, but our king's in the middle of nowhere. Versus a pretty active king. It's not incredibly active because it's not in the center of the board, but it's where it needs to be in order to stop this pawn and be annoying, basically. And yeah, we got a bit sloppy here as well, going to b5. Apparently the move is to play e5, which is really cool. And you just live like this because you've got the double passes, which are actually really annoying because you've got a bit of a barrier around these pawns. Like, how do you claim to attack these? As I don't even know the answer, to be honest. That's really cool. I really like that. Yeah, but we were sort of forced to trade off here, play e2, and then they played this really nice move, a4. Really proud of that. Well, I can't say I'm proud of it. I didn't find it, but that they should be proud of it, is what I'm trying to say. The whole idea is you're sacking the pawn in order to distract the bishop from defending this e2 square. And at that point, I can't do much. Really, I really can't do much. Yeah, like bishop e8's always a move that they're threatening to force on you. And it's just not nice. It's not nice. Apparently that's fine, though. What is the move here? King back for some reason. No, it doesn't want to make up its mind. Oh, it's not takes? What? What's the best move here? b5? You just start, wow, you just play on the other side of the board. That's insane to me. That's really insane to me. Sure. But yeah, there's not much we can do. And we try to cover stuff, but again, another really nice idea. They're looking to play h5 here. And if we take, we lose the defender of our bishop. And if we move away, yeah, you've got this coming, which is not nice at all. Yeah, brutal way to finish. And then they got me with the 2 pawns. There's nothing I can do here. But it was a fun game, interesting stuff. I think I do need to learn this opening a bit better though. I know the general ideas of playing like c5, with the bishop on g7, with the knight on c3 attacking. It's almost French in its structure, which is interesting. But a lot of really cool ideas in it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.